So happy Monday. I'm here with Damien, and today we want to talk about the top 3 reasons why it's best to buy instead of lease.
It's actually more than that, actually.
Yeah. So Damien and I have been sitting here chit-chatting, and we just wanted to give you guys some tips. If you're still leasing and you're not ready to buy, this may change your mind. So
Sure.
Damien, what do you think is the top reason why people should buy over leasing?
Number one, I would say the ability to build equity.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Because if you're leasing, the amount of money that you spend monthly or even annually never goes back to you, right?
That's true.
If you're buying, you look at certain things in terms of rainy days, emergencies happen. Well, you've done a home for 3 to 5 years. Guess what? You have that, additional equity built up in your home that's going to allow you to, do what certain things necessarily to have you covered, family.
Oh yeah. And I think just the moving cost alone, right?
Absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
leasing a home, I mean, essentially that's like a small down payment. We see folks all the time that are paying like, $3,000, $4,000, sometimes even $5,000 just to move in to a lease home. So when you buy, you become your own bank. So
Essentially, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So you're able to borrow money from yourself from the equity that you built up in your home.
hmm And not only that, I mean, just to kind of piggyback what you're saying, I mean, some people, your credit score doesn't meet the standard. You paying 2 to 3 months on a deposit.
Oh yeah,
So,
a bigger deposit.
So if you're looking at a lease home, you're like, okay, I want this lease home that got all the bells and whistles. You may be potentially talking about $3,000, and then on top of that, you pay a first month rent. That's $2,500. Then on top of that, you're talking about another, 3 times that deposit. That's $75. You're talking about $10,000 for a lease home. And I promise you, if you deem one part in that home, if something goes wrong, you ain't getting your full deposit back. So, it's a security deposit, but chances are, if one thing goes wrong in that home, you're not going to get your money back.
So what do you think is the second top reason to buy versus leasing?
I would say stability.
Oh,
what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
I think that if you have a home that added, bonus of security, whether it's employment, whether it's kids' school, I think it's just advantageous, and I think that anybody, if you just look at case in point, if anybody that's always in transit, you're not able to build, and you can't, if you don't have a home, how you going to be able to build? You know what I mean? Whether that's like I said, whether your job or school. So, hands down, being somewhere that's stable, that you can use for a reference or put on certain documents and things of that nature, can definitely go a long way.
Well, I think even if you move around a lot too, that can be a good investment because that's money that's in your pocket.
Absolutely.
You could purchase a home and have someone rent it out, while you travel the world or, live in different places until you do decide to settle down.
Absolutely.
Right.
Totally agree.
So what do you think's the third best reason?
Oddly as this might sound, I know a lot of people, when I say this, y'all gonna be like, what? Really? It's actually easier to buy than lease right now, especially in Houston. I mean,
well, what about the tax benefits?
Yeah, the tax benefits too, but I actually look at for the tax benefits that go along with the, the building the equity and things of that nature. But for me, if you
it's a little different though, right?
Yeah, true.
With tax, because you get a deduction off the mortgage interest that you actually pay on the home.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. You make those lease payments on a rental home. Yeah, you don't get anything back when you pay your taxes. That's not a deduction.
No, not at all. Not at all. That is big. That is big.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess we got 4 reasons.
There is 4, because we said 3. You messed me up. Because I was thinking 3. Okay, that's okay. At least we're going to say the top 4 instead of 3, right? Okay.
Right, yeah, but okay.
Okay, so with a bonus on top of the 3 is what you're saying?
Yeah. So we're giving you a bonus.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so the 4th one.
All right. definitely is easier to buy than it is lease.
Yeah.
Hands down, especially here in
Just the
Houston.
requirements, right?
I mean,
The
the
requirements are insane.
listen, it's crazy because, you got people that hit me up, they got the money,
Yeah.
but their credit score is a 590 and they want a lease home that's, $2,500, right?
Right.
Well, but you got some listing agencies and some listing agents where they might require a 650
Or a 700.
700 for a
Yeah.
lease home.
For a lease home.
Now think about that for a minute. You know what I mean?
And what do you need to qualify for FHA?
All you need is a 580.
Right.
So let
Make
that
it make
marinate.
sense.
Let that marinate in your spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Make it make sense.
580
That's
to
the
buy a
buy.
home and 3.5 for sit down, right? Or you got to go over this one place because they say it's a 590. They might want a double deposit, first month rent,
Last month's rent.
and then hold up. You might still pay for your application fees, and most people are looking for a home.
The admin fee.
Yeah, admin fee,
Right, yeah.
a miscellaneous fee, right? That's somebody's gas money. And then you factor in that application fee, and I'm sure most people, when they're looking for a home, it ain't just one person. They got a significant other,
Right.
you know what I mean? Or you might be, taking care of a family member, whatever the case may be. That's $50, $75 for the application fee. And guess what? There's no transparency. Whereas if you buying a home 9 times out of 10, you're working with some dedicated agent, you have that transparency with the potential lender, there's a lot more, conversations that going on that would allow certain people, if you're buying, to be more confident in your decision. Whereas you might be just doing the application and you just pissing, $100, $150. It's very competitive here in Houston because everybody think they can. A lot of people don't think they can buy. And so guess what? A lot of people are just looking to lease. And you got certain people who got the money. I got clients, they just moved in Friday where their credit situation's messed up. And so what you think they had to do on a $2,300 lease? They had to pay for the full year up front. Yeah. And, there might have been other applicants, that had a 700 and got good money. But just because I had my clients pay for the full year up front, guess what? They moved in on Friday. You know what I mean? This past on the 20th. So, if more people knew that, especially here in Houston, like it's way more easier to buy than it is lease, man. I highly recommend people consider it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just because of the simple fact that lease amounts are getting skyrocket high right now. To lease or buy, hands down, it's easier to lease to me. If you got a decent job and you've been on your job for a while and your credit, is at least over 580, just at least over 580. Now 580, you mean it ain't too much you can do just to be at a 580. You would actually qualify to buy. You know what I mean? Whereas you looking at least, you might get 5 no's before you get 1 yes. So something to think about.
Definitely. I think those were some really good points.
Yeah, so it's top 4 instead of 3, right?
Yeah. Top 4.
Top
right.
4.
Yeah, we gave you a bonus one. There's plenty others too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think those are like the most important ones that kind of stand out. Right.
You guys let us know what you think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if this was helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be sure to like and subscribe.
Your favorite Houston, Texas realtors.
And if you enjoyed the video, please share with someone that's leasing.
God bless you.
That could potentially be ready to buy.
It's a blessing to be a blessing.
Right. See you next time.